Why is it that you've got high standards in everything except for your health? I'm talking shiny shoes, suits, cars, properties, holidays, all of that except for your health. So when it comes to your sleep, how you eat, how you move, how you recover, what's going on? I'd love to know. So perhaps you're living a caffeine, deadlines, and when it comes to your health, hope. So I want to talk about that. You've got successful business leaders, men and women who have climbed the corporate ladder or run multi-million pound businesses who wouldn't dream of showing up late for a meeting, but somehow haven't trained properly in years, and they'll spend hours and hours researching the latest car, watch, handbag, anything that grabs their attention over their health. So they demand high performance from every part of their business, but bizarrely, they accept poor sleep, daily brain fog, low energy, chronic back pain as just part of the job. It's normal almost. So let me be blunt here. You wouldn't tolerate poor performance from your team. I'm sure you would bring down the hammer or at least have a quiet word. So the question is, why are you tolerating this from yourself and from your health? So let me try and reframe this for you. So your health isn't about vanity. I mean, maybe it is a little bit, but it's not the same as was when you were in your 20s, 30s, and maybe even your 40s. Okay, it's not about getting shredded or anything like that. A lot of people I speak to have no aspirations of doing that. Although, let's be honest, they'd take it, that's for sure. It's more about performance and longevity. So, real performance I'm talking about here, because when you're eating well, you're sleeping properly, and you're training with intention, you're sharper in the morning, you've got more emotional resilience in stressful meetings, you're in a better mood. I'm in a much better mood. You don't fall asleep at your desk at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You think better, you decide faster, and you lead stronger. So, if you want to keep operating at the highest level without burning out or falling apart, your health has to match your ambition and those standards that you've set across the board. So, this isn't necessarily about doing more, it's about raising the standards so you're not dragging your way through the week on fumes. And it's not about training 6 days a week, meal prepping like a bodybuilder, or living on kale. I get it. You're busy. You've got a business, you're leading teams, and you probably got kids as well. So what you need is structure that works in your world. So let's jump into how that might look. So here's what high standard health looks like in practice. And it doesn't have to be crazy. So 3 solid workouts a week, strength focused, high return sessions that build muscle, protect your joints, and skyrocket your energy. Nutrition that supports performance. So you don't need to eat like a monk or starve yourself. Just consistent meals built around protein, vegetables, and enough food to actually function like a grown adult. And this is probably the most difficult bit for a lot of you out there, is getting a grip on that food front, how to navigate the client lunches, the dinners, with social life as well, family time, and not put the pounds on. So, especially if one of your goals is to lose weight and perform at a high level, you need to get a good handle on your nutrition, which feeds into the next bit, because sleep needs to be a business strategy for you. It's not lazy. There was a time where having a lack of sleep was a badge of honor, but you need to look at it like leverage. So, cut out the late night doom scrolling, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you do your well, wherever you do your scrolling, and suddenly your brain works like it's meant to. But as a knock-on effect, if you're getting good sleep, getting to bed at a decent time, that means you can get your workout done first thing in the morning. It means you have more energy, you're more productive, and your cravings are in a better place, because I've mentioned this a few times. If I'm stressed, if I'm not getting enough sleep and someone puts a cake in front of me, I'm going to eat the cake. And I'm sure it's the same for you. And then Going on from there, recovery. Recovery isn't just about having a glass of wine to wind down. That's not giving, especially if it happens every night. So I'm looking at this from a different angle. So walking, mobility, some stretching, getting some time outdoors without your phone, spending some time with the family. Your body isn't a machine, and even if it was, high performance machines, high performance engines need servicing once in a while, and you need to view yourself as a high performance engine. So high standards for me anyway, and this is what I want to try and get across. They don't stop at the office door. They follow you throughout the day, into the kitchen, into the gym, into your evening routine, into your morning routine the next day. Because if you're showing up like a powerhouse in business, but running on takeaways, no sleep, and stress-induced cortisol overload, you're leaving performance on the table. But worse, you're setting yourself up for burnout or something going catastrophically wrong with your body. And I think a part of the problem is that for a lot of people out there, success means sacrifice. You can't have success without the sacrifice. And often people are sacrificing their health, and it doesn't have to be that way, at least not in the way that most people think. What you do need to do, though, is be deliberate, have systems, hold yourself to a higher bar, not just in terms of business and revenue, but how you show up every day. There's a good chance you have several assets, cars, stocks and shares, Bitcoin, properties, you name it. But here's the thing, you are the asset. You need to make sure you look after yourself because if your health falls apart, none of that matters. So let's stop letting our health be the one area where good enough is good enough because it's not. Raise the standard. And when you raise the standard in your health, you'll notice that your performance increases too. And if anything, if you are a high performer, there's a good chance that just a little boost in your performance will help you in your career, in your business. So everything comes along with it. So raise the standard in your health and you'll raise your performance too. Okay, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, all of that business. Be really helpful. I'd appreciate it. And if you need help putting all of this together with structure and accountability, click on one of the links down below. Go and check out some of the testimonials and see how we help business leaders over 40 perform better, get themselves in great shape without turning their life upside down. And if you want to have a chat, reach out to me via email or ping me a message. Either way, I'm always on LinkedIn. So if you're on LinkedIn, be sure to reach out on there too. That's it from me for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next one.